Wait. You get a call from BigU telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
Yeah.
And 30 minutes after you get off the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
That statement right there is loose cannon casually laying out a timeline that many believe points directly at BigU allegedly. BigU unknowingly implicated himself in Nipsey Hussle's murder by calling loose before the crime even happened. That phone call has now gone viral. And even more disturbing allegations about BigU are starting to surface to understand why the accusations are so serious. We first need to unpack the complex legacy of BigU and his connection to Nipsey. Eugene BigU Henley Jr. came up in South Central Los Angeles during the 1980s, growing up near Arlington and Slauson territory closely associated with the Rollins 60s neighborhood Crips. Though BigU has publicly claimed he was never officially part of the Rollins 60s, instead saying his affiliation came through the Arlington gang, his deep ties to the set are hard to deny. In an interview with Vlad TV, BigU was candid about his past and his credibility in the streets.
You never joke. I'm one of them guys who just here.
Just around.
Put it like this. It ain't on you, sometimes it's in you.
According to law enforcement and gang insiders, BigU wasn't just affiliated with the Rollins 60s, he was viewed as a major shot caller, possibly the top figure in the set during the late 80s and early 90s. His reputation was earned through sheer physical dominance and natural leadership, which cemented his place high up in the gang hierarchy. Everything changed in 1991 when he got caught up in a major drug operation and was sentenced to 23 years behind bars. During his time locked up, BigU began a transformation that would later define his public image as a reformed gang leader. When he was released in 2004 after serving 13 years, K came home with a mission to uplift the same streets that had shaped him. K founded Developing Options, Inc., a nonprofit centered on gang intervention and youth outreach. This marked the beginning of his rebrand from feared street figure to respected community activist and evolution that would eventually attract federal scrutiny. It was during this chapter of his life that BigU entered the music industry, launching unique music and starting a key relationship with a rising Crenshaw artist named Ermias Asghedom-Better, known as Nipsey Hussle. Their bond began around 2006 or 2007. During Nipsey's early hustle distributing mixtapes like Bullets Ain't Got No Name, BigU saw something special in him, calling out Nipsey's unique swagger and undeniable potential. Their business relationship kicked off when Nipsey signed with Unique Music for production, with BigU also taking on a partial management role. To help soften BigU's street-heavy image, Steve Lobel was brought in as the public-facing manager. This structure allowed Nipsey to benefit from BigU's street clout and industry access while maintaining a more polished profile. At one point, Nipsey was even living at BigU's house, recording in the basement studio, proof of a bond that extended beyond business. Adding to the complexity was a rumored family connection. Nipsey's baby mother was reportedly BigU's niece, intertwining their personal lives. A blood tie would later play a role in the major fallout that split them apart in 2011. Say Nipsey had been killed well before the news had broken publicly? A clip of the claim quickly went viral, raising eyebrows and sparking even more debate online. Loose cannon detailed the alleged conversation, which many found deeply suspicious given the tight timeline.
And I'm on a phone, he FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, six, I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey, and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone. And I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got? Or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And that's what, yeah.
Cannon went on to make an even more unsettling allegation.
Because my cousin is Nipsey's baby mama. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I could have probably stopped it, or it had it.
Stop what? Fuck me, yeah? Fuck you talking.
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey, and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later, or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought that you gave wrong information.
And finally, the most incriminating detail of his account.
30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
These allegations were explosive, suggesting BigU may have had prior knowledge of Nipsey's murder or worse, played a role behind the scenes. The No Jumper interview quickly went viral, clips spreading across platforms and reigniting long-simmering conspiracy theories. Still, many questioned the credibility of the claims, noting that loose cannon's reliability was far from solid. Complicating matters further, Whack 100, who helped amplify Cannon's story, has a well-documented feud with BigU, raising concerns about potential bias. The interview was eventually scrubbed from the internet after BigU reportedly sent No Jumper and host Adam22 a cease and desist letter citing defamation. Some outlets claimed that federal authorities later approached Adam22 to obtain a copy of the letter as part of a broader investigation into BigU, though not one directly tied to Nipsey's murder. The firestorm grew again in 2025, when former death row rapper Alicia Choice, known as SKG, echoed similar accusations during a TMZ interview on March 21st. She flatly stated that BigU definitely has something to do with Nipsey's murder, calling for deeper scrutiny. But her claims, like Cannon's, stem from personal grievances accusing BigU of physical abuse, career sabotage, and even assaulting her while she was pregnant in Nipsey's presence. Despite the gravity of her allegations, they lacked corroborating evidence and appeared rooted in her long-standing beef with BigU. In response, one of the most detailed rebuttals came in a 2023 interview where BigU directly addressed the conspiracy theories, pushing back on the narrative and offering a breakdown of events meant to counter the speculation.
So he didn't leave like they make you think. He had words with Nip, left, changed his clothes, and came back. That's all untrue and unfactual. I don't even know the facts of to street gangs. Alonzo did it, and the brother had words with Nip, from my understanding, because my big homeboy cousin Kerry was there. He's the one who got shot in the head.
BigU's breakdown of the events surrounding Nipsey Hussle's murder closely mirrors the official narrative confirmed during Eric Holder's trial that the shooting arose from a personal dispute, not an orchestrated hit. He clarified the timeline, noting that Holder never changed clothes or left to prepare for an ambush, but simply went to a nearby restaurant before returning to shoot Nipsey. This account aligns with surveillance footage and multiple witness testimonies from the trial. But things took a dramatic turn in March 2025, when BigU was hit with a sweeping 43-count federal indictment under the Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations RICO Act. Prosecutors accused Eugene BigU Henley of running a sprawling criminal organization dubbed the BigU Enterprise, operating from 2010 through early 2025. The indictment portrayed BigU as the head of a mafia-style syndicate that used his deep ties to the rolling 60s Crips to extort businesses, silence rivals, and manipulate public perception through his community-facing nonprofit. Developing options. Among the most serious charges was the alleged January 2021 murder of aspiring rapper Rayon Williams, reportedly over a diss track. Prosecutors claim BigU and co-defendant Sylvester V. Robinson executed Williams in North Las Vegas and dumped his body in a desert ditch near Interstate 15. Other charges included organizing an armed robbery of an LA cannabis dispensary that refused to pay protection money, and operation allegedly involving rapper Tamaine Loose Cannon Williams. The indictment also detailed financial crimes, like skimming celebrity donations from his nonprofit donors, included NBA stars Draymond Green and Shaquille O'Neal's, well as wire fraud, tax evasion, illegal gambling, human trafficking, and pimping. Despite the bombshell nature of the indictment, one key detail stood out. There was no mention of Nipsey Hussle's murder, even with what prosecutors claim is a trove of over 20,000 intercepted phone calls and hours of audio and video surveillance tied to the case. There were no charges or even references connecting BigU to Nip's death. That absence was telling, especially in light of the long-standing conspiracy theories. The timing of the indictment also sparked renewed interest in Loose Cannon's viral allegations, leading many to speculate whether the feds might eventually circle back to Nipsey's whether this omission signals a clear divide between fact and rumor.